My roasted Lake Erie Pickerel with cauliflower and oven-cured tomatoes may require a little advanced planning, but it comes together quickly and easily, especially when using professional-style appliances like the Panasonic Induction Cooktop or Convection oven. I've got my cast iron pan. I'm going to set it to burner position number 8. I have Lake Erie Pickerel, which has been cleaned and portioned into manageable pieces. What I'm hoping to do is make a little bit of a skewer or kebab with some fresh rosemary. I only need about this much of the rosemary, so what I'm going to do to help form the skewer is I'm going to pull off some of the rosemary at the bottom. We can reserve that for roasting with the cauliflower. And then I'm going to take each piece of pickerel that I have, cut up into manageable pieces, and I'm going to just skewer them very simply with the hard stem of the rosemary. Now I'm going to pull the rosemary through so some of my rosemary leaves actually flavor the fish from the inside out. So now that I've got this skewered and ready to go, I'm going to turn this up to the full setting at 9. Put some vegetable oil in the pan. And the last thing I'm going to do before I actually put the pickerel in the pan is I'm going to give it the salt. If you put salt on too early, what that does is it draws moisture out and it kind of forces you to have more of a steam rather than a sear. You hear the sizzle? That should mean that you're going to get your nice crust. What you want to do as well is slide it around just a little bit so that you can just free it from the pan and it won't stick. Let it sit tight and do its own thing. In the meantime, I have some cauliflower that I just cut into florets and I want to roast that in the oven. I put a little salt and pepper and a tiny bit of chili flake on there for a little bit of heat. The rosemary has flavored some of that oil, and so it's a great way to kind of reinforce the flavor on the fish. Well, it looks like our pickerel is ready to go. So I'm going to take that off the heat. So now that my pickerel is finished, I'm going to check in the oven to see how the cauliflower is doing. Perfect. Cauliflower is ready to go. Pickerel is ready to go. The last thing that we need here are our oven-cured tomatoes. So what I've done is I've taken Roma tomatoes, I've cut them in half, tossed them in a bit of olive oil, a little salt and pepper, and I put them in the convection oven at about 325 for about 45 minutes. So I've just kind of dehydrated them and cured them a little bit. Now in order to build this plate, it's super simple, really, really straightforward. I want to start on the bottom with my roasted cauliflower. I'm going to take a few pieces of my tomato and I'm just going to get them in here. And lastly, I'm going to top it with a little piece of pickerel. So now that we have our 3 main components already on the plate, the last thing we're going to do is just kind of finish the garnish off. So what I wanted to do was take some fresh parsley, keeping them whole. It's really rustic. I also love lemon. I can't stress enough how much I like lemon. Lemon and fish, it's a classic pairing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of lemon zest. And the last thing I want to do is top it with a really high quality extra virgin olive oil. And there it is, the roasted Lake Erie Pickerel with cauliflower and oven-cured tomatoes. And for more recipes and information, visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/Panasonic Cooking Canada.